like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
Good morning from Glen Torridon, and what a beautiful morning it is so far. The sun has been up about 20 minutes actually, half an hour. We haven't got the light just yet. There are breaks to the northeast, so fingers crossed we get some light on loch just here. But we've got these lovely calm conditions this morning. As you can see, beautiful reflections on the loch here. Over to my left we've got the fishing hut, and over to my right we've got a bothy. We're concentrating on the fishing hut this morning because it's below the massive mountain of loch, and there's a little fishing boat to the side of it as well. So when we came here, we actually came here late yesterday morning just for a recce, and we were actually able to cross the river near the hut, near the fishing hut. No problem at all, but there was heavy rain yesterday afternoon and overnight. We couldn't cross it this morning, so we had to go back up to the road, over the wooden footbridge and take a slightly longer path round. But we've got here, so that's all good. So I'm already set up, just waiting for the light to happen. I'm using a polarising filter this morning. I'm not fully polarising it, I'm kind of going between kind of non-polarised and full polarisation because I don't want the water to be too dark. So that the beauty of the polarizer is the fact that you have to rotate it to get the effect, and you can choose at which point you like, take the shot. So that's what I'm doing. I've got my 15 to 35mm lens on. I'm shooting currently about 23mm, so quite wide. I've got the whole mountain of loch in the shot. So the fishing hut is quite small in the frame, but I've got the beautiful reflections in the shot. And what we also have is, because we've got reflections, of the midges. They're not too much of a problem so far. I've had a couple of bites. I don't have a midge net with me. I prefer not to use a midge net because you can't see the camera when you've got the midge net over your head. So I just have to suck it and live with the fact that they're here and bothering me. So shooting at f8, ISO 100, and my exposure time's just going to be, as I always say, it's just going to be what it needs to be to get the correct exposure. So it's now a case of just waiting for the light, fingers crossed. As I say, we did come here yesterday afternoon. We did get some shots. We actually went to my left down to the edge of the loch yesterday, and there's a beautiful kind of orangey yellowy plants on the surface of the water, but because of the rain overnight, obviously the level of the loch has actually gone up and we can't see those flowers. So we've come to another point around the edge of the loch where it actually works better because we can see the full reflection of the hut in the water. So now it's a case of waiting for the light to happen and fingers crossed. So best laid plans and all that. The cloud to the east-northeast has kind of filled up a bit. Stuck the drone up to go over the hill, and I could see the kind of cloud had built a bit. So those breaks that were initially there as we were walking here have now closed up. So not going to get any light for some time on loch. So what I've actually done is the cloud behind the bothy is actually really quite nice. It's kind of broken cloud. The sky's broken up, so there's a bit more kind of open cloud, shall we say. So, but the downside is the midges are really bad here. So I've got a new composition. I've switched to the 24 to 105 lens because I'm shooting about 69, 70mm here. I have to zoom in quite a bit. We've got this kind of really nice kind of little bits of clouds coming from the top left of the frame, and they're coming down through the frame towards the right there. Some nice grasses in the water as well. And yet the midges are bad, so I'm just going to get some shots. I'm just playing about with the polarization again. Just adjust my focal length just so I've got that cloud coming in from the top left of the frame. Check my histogram, f8 again. No need to go to f for 11 or anything like that because I'm shooting at 70mm. Just double check the sharpness anyway. All looking good. Now I've actually got a tiny little bit of mist forming in the hill above the bothy there. Sorry, these midges are very annoying, but that's what you get in summer in Scotland when you want calm conditions. So yeah, that's not too bad a shot really. For the conditions that we've got, it's not too bad at all. Just take another one. before I probably consider moving on, because the midges are, yeah, they're getting quite a bit on my hand now. So hopefully, I mean, it is brighter over to the eastward, and the fishing hut is actually picking up light on the side of it, but there's nothing on the mountain as yet. So I'm just going to keep, basically hang fire, and fingers crossed we get some light. So I've changed position to where I was in the last piece of camera, maybe 10-15 metres to the right of where I was, because we're now getting light on the hills behind the bothy. So from here the angle's much better to get that light. So my composition, I've got the bothy on towards the left hand side of the frame, and I've actually come up higher above the edge of the loch, because I want to get as much of the reflection of the bothy as I can in the water, or get as much of it reflected in the water, which is what I have done. You're too low down, you get some of it goes into the grasses, and it's getting really nice now. There's light on the loch as well on the grasses. I just have to watch my exposure. The downside is a lot of the cloud above the hills are kind of disappearing, and I don't want to shoot too wide because the bothy will be too small and there'll be just too much of nothing in the shot really. And that's coming out really nice. Now the light's actually hitting the side of the bothy. It's white, so you have to be really careful not to overexpose. That can be really easy to overexpose that. So just keep checking your histogram. Oh, that's really quite nice. Just a shame about the sky. I'm just going to play about with my polarization. Yeah, that's all good. So yeah, getting light on the fishing hut as well, but nothing on loch at the moment. But it's kind of it's going that way, so fingers crossed we get that. It's going to be a case of running around, basically following the light now as it moves around the landscape. And yeah, it's coming really nice now. So as you can see, we finally got light on loch. So I've moved yet again. You can't see the clouds, the sky above loch in the video because I'm obviously exposing it for my face, but it's absolutely amazing. You've got these broken cumulus clouds. It's amazing. This is what we waited for. Just going to take another shot. Yeah, so gone back to the 15 to 35mm lens. I'm at 20mm here at the moment. Yes, the fishing hut is small on the frame, but with skies like this and this amazing mountain in front of you, you've got to go wide. Absolutely amazing. So this is probably going to be my last piece of camera just because of the midges, but I'll share any other images that I do get this morning. Just the midges are too bad. So hopefully you like this maybe slightly frantic at times video. So if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. And if you have any comments, please feel free to comment. I try and reply to all the comments I get. I don't get loads at the moment, but I do try and reply to them anyway. But yeah, hit that bell notification to be notified when another video is uploaded. And until that one, bye bye. Yes.